We've got a big day today. It's time for our first oil project. We're going to be heading on over to... Sorry, headset died mid-sentence. We're going to be heading on over to the oil sands, I call it kind of over here, where we had hunted our way through last time, clearing out a nice area for ourselves to set things up. However, before we head on over there, I'm going to go on and hit up the research in the MAM here, because I did a little running around in between episodes, and I grabbed a bunch of summer sloops and some Mercer spheres and all sorts of fun, some more hard drives, just to save us some time on this episode. And then now we will be ready for unlocking a few things that I think will be really helpful. So the first one we're going to start off with is the Alien Power Augmenter, which is... Or the production... Sorry, we're going to unlock the production amplifier technology. So we're going to research that one first.
Production amplifier unlocked. Every single manufacturing and smelting building will be backwards compatible with this new technology. These buildings can now have a summer sloop embedded to increase resource output without requiring more input, at the cost of greatly increased power consumption.
Flow cycles within flow cycles make explosions into temples into explosions into temples. The spin sphere of woven windows. Each tiny body contains tinier bodies until the line layers fold into curves which folds into threads which weave the tapestry. A song of light and leaf and flower, a dance of matter clouds and...
I think they're trying to explain energy to matter conversion theory, but you do not need to understand it to do your job. I'll just mute them for you so you can continue your mission. I, however, will be taking notes. This is fascinating material.
Oh, that's like a whole novel we got to listen to there. All right. Okay. So now that we've got that kind of set up, I know a little bit about it, and I think it has to do with like you put summer sloops. Yeah, like right here, and it like does the output production multiplier, or multiply it, like it boosts like all your machine's production. So I think that's how like people are getting like crazy numbers on certain stuff. And then also what I wanted to do, and I feel like I might as well just build it here because it looks kind of cool. See how big it is though. It is the Alien Power Augmenter. Now this takes 10 summer sloops, which is, you know, kind of brutal. And it is quite larger than I thought it was going to be. Maybe if I could put it up, can I put it up on the roof here? I have a truck station currently up here doing absolutely nothing. I can always just get rid of that for now. I don't know why my headset's being very weird today, so I'm just hopefully that, or I'm crossing my fingers that everything's just working out, or the audio is going to be normal for you guys. Okay, so I definitely have enough room up here for this. That's fine. Just shift it over one that way, so it's right in the middle. And then what do you feed into it? So we got an Alien Power Augmenter here. It's not connected to anything, so we'll go... Oh my god, what's going on? It's another thing coming out from space? No? Oh, okay. Well, cool. Whoa. Alright, that looks pretty sick. Okay, so... just need to hook this up then, I guess. Something. Let me just hook it up here for now. And then... I guess I could, we got it right there. Okay, so this just by itself, why does this have an input then? Like, what would you ever have to feed into it? Because it's already got 10% circuit boost, so that gives me a little bit more extra power. And then static power just boosted it by 500, which is also super handy because I needed a little bit extra power for building stuff. Okay, so that's really good to have. So now the other thing I want to unlock, while I have some extra hard drives, ouch, is compact coal. Excellent. It gives us turbo fuel, or gets us towards it.
Compacted coal unlocked. It is physically smaller and more powerful, but its carbon footprint remains enormous. This fuel upgrade can be used in coal-powered generators and vehicles.
Nice. I'm definitely going to set up like a whole like compacted coal thing because I want to be able to get access to turbo fuel here really quickly so that we can have maybe make a turbo fuel like power setup, because we are going to need, like, I know I just added 500 megawatts, but we are going to need more power again soon. So that takes those things off my to-do list for today. So let me just throw a hard drive in here before we get moving. And then the only other thing I want to show you that I did between episode, because you guys were saying is like the dimensional depots are like huge. So I agree. So I put a dimensional depot on a whole bunch of things. Some of these are actually not attached anymore. They're just still in the dimensional depot. Like these got taken away. I think I took off one of these as well, but I did add like 3 to the concrete. I got like encased beams, all my steel stuff, my motor, like some motors and stuff, and cables were all going in, so it just kind of helps free up the inventory. And then I do have a few more like Mercer spheres ready to go to put on a couple more dimensional depots, but we're not going to worry about too much for now. But I am going to show you you'll see I have quartz crystal in here and silica in here. And you'd be like, well, Chef, you didn't build a little quartz thing. I'll be like, you are technically correct. I didn't record it, but I'm going to show you my quartz box over here once I go ahead and unload this extra inventory stuff, and then I'll kind of show you what I did. Totally, the blueprint for it is you can download it yourself if you want it from the Google Drive. It's all free. But yeah, I'm going to unload my inventory, and then I'll take you over there and show you what I did. Alright, welcome to the giant pink box, aka, what did I name this thing? The quartz box? Yeah, the quartz box for 120 input. So it is a one-click box for a small-scale quartz production. It includes silica and quartz crystal. Input 120 raw quartz per minute, which comes in on the side here. And then I can show you right inside here. I put ladders if you need to go up from the inside. But everything kind of feeds, so the quartz feeds in here, splits, goes up to the first floor, and then when everything's all said and done, comes back down here to these 2 chests right here. You could definitely stick the dimensional depots on here, which I did. I just don't have it in the blueprint. But when I actually put the box down, I ended up adding them in. So I don't know if people really bother putting dimensional depots in blueprints or not, because you're not really always going to use them. But so this was my just one click, we now have quartz flowing through. So like I said, everything kind of comes in and out of this bottom floor here. And then if you come up to the second floor, this is where the first set of constructors are, and this floor makes your silica. But everything's set at 100%. But this makes 37.5, this makes 37.5, so that's a floor dedicated just for silica. And then if we go on up to the next floor, you have your constructors dedicated to making your quartz crystal. So all in all, this takes in 120 per minute, and then gives you, what is that, 22.5, so 45 quartz crystal per minute, and then 37.5 would be 75, I think, something like that. So yeah, just a little bit to get you started for. I really just wanted to have windows and stuff for decorating things. I don't know if I tried to do a little bit of decorating on the concrete factory. Not sure if I'm really in love with it all that much. I definitely need to do some warming back up into my decorating process. So it's nothing too crazy right now. It's kind of just a bit of a boxy looking factory. But, I'm kind of more concerned about just getting good progress at the moment, so we can kind of, take on some cooler projects. So yeah, let's head on over to the oil sands over here. I have pretty much everything I think I'll need for building some stuff. I think I'll grab a few extra iron plates because I'm going to build a fairly large structure. And actually, before we go, I'll just go over what we're going to need for our oil shenanigans today. I actually have my little build list here ready to go. Alright, so just before we go, we're going to load up on everything we're going to need. We need 13 refineries in total. That'll get us 100 rubber, 100 plastic, and 100 cubic meters of fuel per minute. And then from there, we need a handful of fuel. Fluid buffers. I have those. They'll be set up just kind of get things up and running, and we'll just kind of flush the fuel while we're getting the rest of it set up. Because speaking of which, before we go over, I also want, and since I just happen to have 200 plastic from picking them up off the hard drive areas, and my little lizard friends have been giving me a bunch of plastic, we can go ahead and send off for fluid packaging so that we can actually turn that 100 cubic meters of fuel per minute into
Milestone
packaged
reached.
fuel.
Avoid the embarrassment of placing liquids in your pockets only for them to spread across your suit. Package and unpackage them with the packager. Packaging fluids allows them to be transported in your inventory, on conveyor belts, and by vehicles. For increased, non-pocket related fluid storage, you can now use the industrial fluid buffer.
Now, this does technically mean that we're going to lose a little bit of plastic per minute because we don't have any alternate recipes for making canisters just yet. So, that means I believe that dumbs this down to, I think it's 50 plastic per minute because 50 has to go to the canisters. So, not really a huge deal because, I mean, even just to kind of get us started, 50 plastic per minute is plenty and 100 rubber is plenty. And that means we can also start using my favorite building thing in this game is the coated concrete. Nice and shiny, and it looks really cool with a lot of the new colors and everything. So we're going to be getting those pretty soon. So like I said, we're going to head on over now to the old oil sands, and we are going to get ourselves a nice big old platform set up, and we'll start laying out our machinery. I am going to build this in mind with what it's going to look like in the end. So the refineries are actually going to be up a little bit off the ground. And that is, so I'm going to have to do some pumps as well. So actually, let me add that to my list. A few pumps on there, just in case. And then you're going to need a lot of pipes as well. So make sure you're bringing some copper sheets, and I'll see you guys over there. All right, I made it over to my little oil spot, and building my little platform seems to have kept everyone from respawning. So we don't have too many things to deal with on this island anymore. I think a couple things may have respawned on the surrounding islands, but that's okay. We'll be out of their way for now. So this is that one oil spot that I actually want to use. And this is a pure node, so I can just go ahead and throw my oil extractor on here. It doesn't really matter which way it's facing, to be honest. But actually, I guess it depends which way I'm going to be building my factory. Probably looks like we're going to be building it in this direction because it's going to be kind of long and rectangular. That's what she said. So we're going to throw down not the refinery, the oil extractor that we need. Actually, I guess we'll put it face. Yeah, actually, no, that's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and put. I believe I have to throw a couple over power shards into it, or even just one. Yeah, because I only need 300 per minute right now. There we go. Okay, so that's ready to go. And now I can actually start putting in all the platforms and everything that I want to use for this factory. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out because I know for a fact this is going to be in the way. And I do have a couple of blueprints that I just made temporarily. I'm going to delete them probably when I'm done because I didn't really measure the exact measurement. I did like when I made them, but I don't really remember what they are now. But I'll throw them up in the download file before I delete them from my blueprint section because they're literally just in undefined right now. So we got oil lower building small, and we got oil lower building large because there's going to be a height difference here. And then my upper section is actually also going to be oil lower building large because that's going to fit my refineries. So let's start with this one right here. Let's see if we can actually get it to join in the rest of this here. This will be nice to me. I may have to do this from up above. It'll probably be a little bit easier. Okay, sorry to jump ahead on you. This took me a little bit longer than I thought it would. I was like, hey, let me just go ahead and I'll set episode 13 start for anyone who was like, I kind of want to build along. Episode 13 start is now right where I'm standing. You'll have all this infrastructure built ready to go. This is kind of based off of how I want the structure to look in the end. So this floor down here is actually going to be just open space. There will be a connector piece back here somewhere. But the bottom floor is going to be mainly for the pipes of the oil, and then the packager is going to be down here. The fluid buffers, like all that stuff's going to be handled down here. And then it'll probably also throw the plastic and rubber down here so I can come pick it up. And then on this upper floor here is where all the refineries are going to be. So it's, you know, it's a little bit bigger than I probably actually needed. But I'm building this off of a factory picture that I saw online the other day, and I thought it looked kind of cool. So I figured, hey, why don't I try and recreate that in the game? So we can kind of jump on into, I did have to turn the oil pump around as well. But we can kind of jump into actually building the, you know, production layout first before we start doing a little bit of decoration and whatnot. So let's go ahead and get our refineries set up for the oil, or for the plastic and the rubber on the upper floor here. Since we're doing the 300 and our pipes can handle 300, we can feed we can feed both sets with just a single oil pump line. I don't know why English is so hard right now, but yeah, so we're going to head on over into here, and then we are going to get ourselves set up on the upper floor. I guess I probably need some stairs or something to get on up there. Alright, so I don't need to go to the very top because that's technically the roof, but this floor here is where we're going to have our refinery set up. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our, I don't think I have any refinery blueprints just yet. Or power generation. Oh, this isn't supposed to be power generation. This is supposed to be, I guess, yeah, it is. It's coal generators. I guess I haven't actually set up any refinery blueprints yet. We'll have to do that in the future. So for now, we can just go ahead and build it. I mean, it's not super hard. We can just do them one by one. We only need 10. So let me just kind of figure out where I actually want to line these up to. So the oil's going to be coming up from down below. So maybe the inputs go over to this side. We'll start from like right here. Oops. Give me enough room. I got 2 on the back. 3 on the front. Yeah, I think that'll work. So let's go 1, 2. There we go. Got all 10. Ended up leaving myself a nice little gap in between for walking in between for any troubleshooting that we need to do. And I can keep them separate for, you know, monitoring everything I need to do. So I'm going to color these. I'm going to go with blue for plastic. Or better blue I can get with. I'll change this one. There we go. Got like a nice plastic color blue on those ones. And then these ones, I guess I'll just make black because they're rubber. I could do black and yellow. No, that's the wrong way. Some of these I can swap out. I don't know if, well, I'm starting to lose track of ones I've actually been using, so it's a little hard. And we'll just leave it that way. Black and red's just fine. So those are rubber. These are plastic. We'll go ahead and set all these. They're all just set to 100%. There's no overclocking or underclocking required. I think I messed up my copy and paste there. Okay, everybody plastic, and then everybody rubber. No, not residual rubber. Rubber. Okay, so since this can feed off of one single pipeline, I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to bring it up probably about in the middle of them here, and then I'll split it off going each direction, and then like maybe they can even just combine in the middle, and then hopefully that'll keep them fed a little bit more properly. And I can even maybe even split some off from here too if I really find like these inner ones aren't getting fed enough. But so let's go ahead and grab our pipeline floor hole. Let's find about the middle point, probably about right there. Let's place that not where I'm standing. go, just like that. Just gonna do all my pipeline sports here really quick. So let me get these. I'm gonna keep them off. Like center line is where I'm gonna have the splitters. So here, let me actually put a splitter down just so I know where they're gonna be already. Oh wait, no, there are no splitters here. What am I thinking? Like this is just oil fed input. What am I talking about? Okay, so actually it's just gonna go into a little junction right here. So let me go pipeline junction. Right in the center like that. And then we're going to grab those, just put them all the way down along here. Lining them up with all the refineries and the ones before it. And we'll do the same thing down this side. And yeah, now I should just be able to connect these all up with pipes. Go down the way just like this. Everyone hooked up to the machines, and this should work. If it doesn't, I suppose like if I have like some sort of like backflow issue, I can make like a little loop around on each side just to kind of keep the oil flowing properly. Which I may end up doing like to add fail safes just in case. Shouldn't actually ruin anything. All right, there we go. That's my fail safe. So the oil flows down this direction, and then so when it gets to the end, instead of hitting it and splashing back, it'll just kind of loop back around and go back into the system. It should work theoretically. I don't know if it's necessary, maybe not, but like I said, I like to build with fail safes just in case. There we go. And this will all come along and color code these a little bit later. I'll set them to be black just to correspond with the oil. So we hop down here. So now from this right here, I need to line up another floor hole right below it. So that would be just off to the side of this one, right in the middle here. Got ourselves a pipe. This is where we're gonna have to have a pump in here for sure. And then we can hop down below, grab the pipe again, bring it basically straight down to where we are here. Make sure, oh, that is not even close. Run it straight down. There we go. Almost. There's straight. There we go. There's the pipe now connected into the pump. I ended up keeping it up a little bit just because, one, I mean, obviously, as you can see, that makes it a little bit easier to walk underneath. And two, I think that'll help me kind of figure out what the actual head lift is that I'm going to need. Now, silly me, on my way of running over here, I really should have run some power out here, because now I'm going to have to go back and hook myself into my power line system and run something over here. But I guess we can technically wait a little bit before we do that. So that is realistically the the oil taken care of part of this build. You know, I haven't hooked it up or anything yet, so we don't know where the pumps are going to have to be, but I imagine one down below, or at least one down below, and another one on this floor here. And pretty soon we'll have Mark II pumps, thankfully, so won't have to worry about head lift quite as much anymore. So from here, we can go ahead onto the back, because we know we're going to be getting heavy oil residue from each of one of these, and then these are going to be the plastics with the rubber. So we're going to take the solid outputs, we're going to merge them together. So I'm going to put them going like right here. So I got my mergers, and I'm going to send them all going this way. We'll kind of keep it closer together. So let's line those up. I'll line them up at the outside here. And then actually what I'm going to do, so that I don't have to, actually here, let me check this first. I'm actually going to raise these up so that I don't have to raise the pumps up. Does that match? That does not. Okay. I move that a little closer. Yes, because if I take the fluid out of here and I raise it up immediately, I'm pretty sure these don't actually provide any head lift, so that would probably just give me issues. So instead, we put these on up above. Just want to make sure it lines up. It's going to be about right there. Coming this way. So boop, and boop. So we'll grab the Mark IV lift one more time. Actually, not Mark 4 lift. That's a waste of materials. Mark 1 lift. And then so let me just go and put these on all the way down. Alright, so let's just finish off this one line and then we can skip ahead. I'll just cut out doing the other one because it's really just the same thing. We're going to grab in our pipeline junctions here. We're going to run them out just a little bit inward, actually. Probably about right there. Make sure the pipe actually has full clearance here. Actually, no, maybe I'll run it a further bit out. And we'll line it up on this line right here. Actually, I like that better. It's going to make this a little bit easier. I'm just going to bring them all down like this. And then the end one, I'm actually going to take this pipeline junction off because this will provide better pressure, like backflow pressure. Grab our pipeline Mark 1 here. Bring it straight out to there, back 2. And around like that. So that way this one is pushing directly down the line. So as these ones come out, the flow of this way kind of helps push it down the line. So now we can just kind of go ahead and hook all these up with our Mark 1 pipelines. And then this heavy oil residue output is actually going to get mixed together with this heavy oil residue output. And the way I'm going to send it downstairs all in one go is I'm going to drag a pipeline across here. Take it out in just a minute. And then right in the middle, or I guess lined with that one, I think would be a nice way of doing it, is we're going to have it standing like this direction. So it comes in from the sides and then it also goes down. So this should work, I think. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So if I put this here, put a pipeline floor hole right underneath it. It's going to be real tight. Okay, let me actually put the pipeline floor hole in first. And we'll put this above it. Line it up just like that. Make sure they're actually connected. And so that should, like, they'll basically slam together here and then they should go down, hopefully. Theoretically. You know, like I said, fingers crossed. I wonder how many of you were yelling at the screen the whole time being like, hey chef, refineries actually do have head lift. So as you can see, I switched it over so the pipes are now up above. So it's going to make my down, it took me a second to figure it out. It's been a while since I played, okay. But yeah, the refineries do have 10 meters of head lift coming out the back end. So this will actually work out just fine. So these can pump them out and we'll be able to put it down a floor hole right here, right in the middle. Right. Here's the line up with here. And then that one. Kind of wanted to line it up with that one, sort of. And then so I just need to grab pipeline from here. Put this one going across. Grab our pipeline junction. Line it up as best I can with the hole here. Because holding control, it's not snapping to it for some reason. Pretty close. But I think actually what I'll do, so that this actually works even better, is I will do this. Just drop it down a little bit. Sort of like that. Pipeline across. Line that up like that. What? Hello? Why is it? There we go. So why are you not connecting? Why can't these... I mean, this is an invalid pipe shape. Is it just too close? Because, I mean, I can change that. Okay, I think it's just a little too close. There we go. Okay, so now they'll flow from each side and then directly get it. So I think that'll be a nice... keep the heavy oil residue flowing a bit better. So now I'm just going to do the same thing on this side as I did on that side. Alright, I'm actually going to move this back pipe. This is going to be taking the oil up. I'm actually going to move where this actually is, like the input is from down below. I'm just going to grab it from here. Grab the pipeline floor hole. I want to make sure it's in the same spot roughly. So I want to be able to line up with that easier. Just kind of figure out where the other ones are. Okay, so there's the other inputs and outputs. So I want to move this. Put one there just so I know where it goes. But right there. And we'll take away that one. Then we grab pipeline. Hopefully that, nope, other way around. There we go. Okay, so now I can actually have this be a little bit cleaner. So this is going to be taking the heavy oil residue down. Oops, I actually need a floor hole, not a pipe. Is that where they go? Yes, okay, so put that one there. This is going to be taking heavy oil residue down. Do I have a purple? I do. I'm going to change that though. There we go. So heavy oil residue right there. Floor hole right here. I think, right? Nope. Over one. There we go. Alright, so that passes around this floor, because I guess this is technically just a roof for the lower section. It'll make more sense when this actually gets decorated. So, that means now this oil goes to right here. Okay, that's fine. Heavy oil residue comes down. Okay, heavy oil residue comes down, and we're still going to keep it up just like we did for the oil down here, so it's easier to move around. And then this is going to... Oh, I mixed them together. I guess I shouldn't... Well, actually, I guess, yeah. Because 100 and 100, so yeah, that's fine. It's going to be a sushi lift down. And then I'll just feed that into a smart splitter. And that'll split them back up when they come down here. Okay, so the right one, I'll have this be rubber. And then this one could be plastic. That way they'll split up better. Okay, there's just a simple little storage solution for our rubber and plastic. And then if and when either of them gets backed up, overflow just gets sent over this awesome sink here. Now this awesome sink does have its radar part clipped through the ceiling, but that's okay because I put it close to these parts, and these are actually going to get blocked in when we go to do our decoration. You're not actually going to see these at all when we're from the outside. So we can move on to our second part, which is the 3 refineries set to do the residual fuel coming from this pipe here. So we're going to grab 3 more refineries. We're going to do that out on this side. I just remember, I was like, wait, pretty sure this is actually supposed to be over here. So we're going to grab our refineries here. Which way does the pipe face? Pipe goes up the back side. Okay. So we're going to grab, just going to kind of figure out where I'm going to be placing these. And then actually, I think what I'll do is I'm actually going to turn these around because I want to be able to send the fuel down that direction. Okay, sorry. There we go. Refineries. So we got 1, 2, and 3 refineries. Inputs coming from this side, which is literally just the heavy oil residue is going to be flowing on over to these bad boys. And out from here, we're going to grab the, what do we got? The residual fuel. Which also, if you didn't notice, we can also do liquid biofuel now. Woohoo! So we're going to be grabbing residual fuel. We're going to be downclocking these because we're only taking, this is technically right now set for, like, you really don't, you could just overclock 2 of these by just a little bit. Or wait. Yeah, sorry. You could overclock these two just by a little bit and then have these do like 75 heavy oil residue per minute each. But since we have the room and the materials, I'm just going to go ahead and do it 3. I kind of like using odd numbers sometimes too. It's just a chef thing. So these are going to need to be set to 100 per minute across the 3 of them. Or you can do 100 on the outside ones and then do 50 on the middle one. Like how much it takes per minute. So you drop this down to, I think, 30. No. Never mind. Okay, don't do that. Hang on. Let me do some quick math. Okay, so it is 33.33 per minute. 33.333. You can make it do that a lot easier by putting in. You'll see me do it here. If you go to the 40 per minute and you put in 100 divided by 3 and then enter, then it'll come out just the proper way it should be. Okay, so now there's going to be a pipe coming out from those bad boys. So we're going to be bringing that down to a packager over here that's going to be getting fed some of the plastic that's going to be coming down from over here. Shouldn't I make plastic again? Oh, that actually worked out perfectly. So we're going to grab another... Actually, this can really just be a splitter. There we go. Okay, so in the spirit of keeping things kind of up off the ground here, I've got some plastic that'll run up above the ceiling here, and then it'll drop down. So we're going to be putting a packager right here. I'm missing the rubber for. So we're actually going to, I think, skip that for now until we actually turn this on. Actually, no, I think I have rubber back at home. I'll just go grab it. All right, I didn't have any rubber, but you know what I did have? Coupons. So I bought some rubber. So he can just kind of get this part done out of the way. So we've got our packager here, and it's going to go... Let's tuck it in a little bit. Let's say the packager will go right here. I'll have to move that back a little bit. That's okay. And then, so this packager is going to be doing packaged fuel. Sorry, I was doing this kind of out of order. I forgot about I have to make the canisters first. So, now we have a constructor here set to make 100 empty canisters per minute. We need 2 power shards, making it 50 plastic per minute. So that is going to come down from above here. Let's see. Just going to drop it down. We're going to bring it over. Here, we'll bring it up. Bring it out like that. And then we'll go up. And then the canisters will feed into that lower section there. And then the pipes that are going to come off the back of here, which I will raise up, just like I did the other ones. We'll bring that to over here. Oops. Oops. That's not what I meant to do at all. Okay, get that all lined up there. I don't know how high this actually has to go. I'll put it all the way up for now, or almost all the way up for now. Get some pipes going in between. Okay, so that is the height. Perfect. So it did have to drop down just a little bit, but that's okay. Actually, you know what? I guess I can drop it down to be the same level, right? Alright, so that is all the output of the heavy oil residue. These can actually stay orange because this would be the fuel line. So now I just need to bring and set up the feed lines for here. Let's go put our lines in along here. Bring them out just a little bit, all the way up. Grab our junctions, snap those into place. I actually didn't put enough, oops. There we go. Didn't put enough pipes in. It's not snapping for some reason. That's okay. That one is. And this one is not either, so that's okay. We're just gonna do this by aim as best we can. Feed those in like that. And then this line is going to get hooked up to this one. Gonna bring some supports down. Looks like this line lines up about right here. Or maybe not. No, I'll bring it over like this. We'll bring it to here. Straight along like that. And then we're going to bring it around. Oh, whoops. Got it one back. One too far back. There we go. Okay, so that'll be the heavy oil residue flowing into there to make the fuel that flows into here. That mixes with the canister that's going to come out of here to make packaged fuel. Gotta bump this up a little bit. 100 per minute. There we go. Okay, so on the back, we do our typical storage. Just to get it going for now. We'll work on setting up the awesome sink, which can probably just be connected to that one, I think. We don't need a second one. But yeah, we'll do the awesome sink, and then we should be able to also maybe hook up a dimensional depot to fuel. I don't know if I really need to worry about that, but I do have extra dimensional depots right now. But that is technically everything all set up factory-wise. So now we just got to hook it all up to power, and we can turn everything on. And then we'll do a quick little bit of decorating to end the episode off. Alright, it took me a little bit, but I ran power. I even used some of the big boy power things to bring some power all the way over here. And then we're going to bury... this line here is probably going to get buried in some of the foundations, so you can actually see the power coming in. And then you've got the power outlet right here that's going to bring power into the building, so we don't have a giant like black line kind of coming off the building that you wouldn't want to see. So let's do a quick little power montage to get ourselves this thing up and running. We're going to start with right here, get it up and running off the ground. I think I'm going to just give it a little power pole. I still haven't figured out where everything is going to get hooked up, but it should have power, right? Oh, I lost its... Oh, right, because I turned it around. I was like, why did it lose its power shards? I need one power shard, pump out 300 per minute, and then I forgot I also need to throw down the pumps onto this one, so we'll just do a little montage of hooking up some power and doing the pumps. All right, looks like we got the pipes in, or the pumps in the correct positions. I got everything all hooked up with power. And as you can see, you're starting to see your rubber and plastic kind of start to flow down this hole here. Let's go make sure it's all working down below. I only needed 2 pumps for all that. That was actually worked out pretty nice. I think. Let me just double check on this one. Yeah, so 18.2 here gets it up to the 2nd floor, and then it hits the other lift, and then the other one's like 15, so it's no problem at all. So this is going to start making up some canisters, as you can see here. It's going to be, I believe, a little bit before we actually get some heavy oil residue down here. But you can see it's starting to flow down. And I think because of the use of all the, like, the downwards pressure that I'm going to be getting from it, it should keep these pumped full with no issues. Well, look at that. We got rubber and we got plastic. Both are coming out. As far as I know, once these get back, I think I put that splitter in the right position to where even when that line gets backed up, it should still, like, this smart splitter should handle the overflow issues. I can always come back and double check in the future though. Let's make sure we got stuff flowing into here. I want to see some fuel, baby. All right, we got a little bit of fuel coming out. I doubt there's even a scratch over here yet to do the, but we're getting there. All right, everything's mostly working so far. We're starting to get some packaged fuel even as well. So you know what? I'm going to start taking that for the old jetpack. There we go. Set the preferred fuel types, and I actually have fuel for my jetpack. Excellent. Okay, so everything is flowing through properly. So now let's go ahead and jump into our decorations, which is going to include quite a bit of steel, which I don't have on me, and I've only got 600. And let me start with a little bit, and we'll see how it goes from there. So all this bottom layer is basically going to be, you go ahead and grab the walls. I'll just change it so I don't have to actually do it after. We're going to be starting with the steel basic wall, and you're going to run it all the way along the bottom. You're going to make it too high. And then we're going to go another 2 there, another 2 there. And this upper one is going to be also steel. This one through here is going to be glass. It's going to be, I haven't used this one yet, really, I don't think. So let's use this one. And then there's going to be a rail along the top. And then this floor right here, like I said, this is actually just a transfer point. So this is actually going to be totally empty. And then this side, like, so this upper floor, this is going to be all glass. Let me figure out how I set this up properly. Give me 1 second. All right, we're going full frame window all the way along, just like that. All right, sorry, quick little design change. So it's the full frame windows, but I alternated with 1 meter walls so you get this like long black trim in between. And I kind of like the way it looks. So it kind of makes it more like, I wanted it to be like more like, because there's no real window that has like a no edge to it, which is unfortunate. But I think I like the way this looks. And then, so it's basically just like 1 meter wall, window, 1 meter wall, window. And it goes all the way up to the top where it actually just so happened to line up perfectly. So I'm just going to do this. It's only on the front section here. I'm just going to fill this in. I'm just going to fly for a second, just kind of get this done out of the way. Okay, and then on, so this is like the front of the building. So it's like 1 to the side, and then it switches back to steel walls. Okay, sorry to jump ahead on you guys. I just was filling in some walls. So we got the whole top section done now. It's wrapped around the front, the sides and back with the steel walls. Same thing as below here. And I dialed back some of the windows because I forgot I still have to put the actual like ramp to get up inside. And then this is the one support for the upper building. And then the other one is actually going to be something I had to go and buy, which is the frame set frame foundations. I'm actually going to make it look like these are kind of big towering supports. So we're going to go one here. Supporting like that. The other one can go on the outside here. Just like that. What? Ow. You know what? I actually may not need that big one. Maybe I can use the little ones. Yeah, that's better. So I end up using the big frame pillar instead of the frame foundations. And I think it looks a lot better. Okay, so that's most of the factory. Oh, I still got to do that backside portion. And then I still got to do this front entrance too. So let me just kind of jump ahead and we'll just be like, pop, and there you go. Alright, sorry to just jump ahead on you guys to show you the final finished decorated product. But I think it looks pretty good. For now, at least. I'll probably add a few more things here and there, like some lights and stuff in the future. I'm kind of impressed with the way it turned out, though. If you want to follow along, like specifically, like you want some of the tips of the builds that I was doing, let me know. I can make like some shorts or something. But yeah, I just kind of built this off of, you know, what I saw in a picture, and I was like, hey, looks pretty cool. I think I'll give it a shot. So we got our little walkway that comes up the front here. Little window you can see into the oil pump section there. Some windows down along the bottom there. And then you've got the full glass open top, so you can see all the refineries working away up there, which is nice because you can see that they're all in working order. You see all those green lights in there? That means we've got a 100% efficient build going up there. So thank you guys again for hanging out with me for another episode. Hopefully this is able to be edited down into a nice little watchable episode for you guys. And make sure you come on back for the next one. Now that we've got this stuff kind of up and running, we can start making some more moves towards some of these like mid-game builds, where we actually start to use some of these. I think the next one up is probably going to be a heavy modular frame factory, because I know you need a decent amount of those for some crafting things going forward. So, and then beyond that, oh, I guess technically we also need to start thinking about taking on computer builds, sort of like computer and circuit board factories, so we can start getting some of our electronics up and running. That'd be nice too. So yeah, thank you guys again for being here for another episode, and I will see you in the next one.